before we begin, quick disclaimer. You must own a legit copy of Fallout 4 and all of its DLCs off of Steam. If you don't, this just isn't gonna work. So just make sure you have a legit copy of all that, and then we can get on working with this. Get it downgraded, get Fallout London installed, and you can have fun in Britain. Look, it's close enough to Ireland. It's probably as close as I'm ever gonna get in a Fallout game. Okay, and you, subscribe. I hear if I say that, it works. Subscribe. Hello hatters, Nora here. This is going to be a tutorial video on how to get a downgraded version of Fallout 4 just before the next generation update. Just in the off chance you want to try something like Fallout London or a certain mod. So, just to say for starters, this is for a Windows computer. I don't know how this would work on a Mac. There's probably versions of that out there to show you. I know there's a version on the Nexus that does this for you. This is my method. Go do that one if you wish. So, the first step is to press the Windows key and OR to bring up this run menu. And what we basically want to do is copy this console command here. There's going to be a lot of console commands, URLs, codes. That's pretty much the gist of it. The hardest part is getting all these codes, and then you just need to wait to get them all downloaded. So get your run menu open, paste that in there, hit OK. This will open Steam in a funky console command window, and essentially what we're going to do is grab each of these download depot codes. Each of these have specific numbers. They correlate to exact versions of Fallout 4 at exact times and exact dates, because Steam is kind of cool in giving you access to this. Assembling these numbers is the hard part. Thankfully there's loads of people that create this list. That's why I have the URL at the top of the page. This is where I got it from. Pretty much you just want to grab these, and I would say use cut, because that's like copying, but it also deletes it, so that we know for sure that it's good. And you just literally want to then Control V, paste, and then hit enter. Now, whilst I'm doing this, this is not a free version. You will have to own Fallout 4 and all the DLCs to be able to do this. This isn't some yar-har method. You can figure that out on your own time. So essentially what's going to happen here is, even though it shows no progress meter, it's downloading this in the background. I can hear my computer spinning up, cooling itself down slightly, just because it's downloading this at the moment. And essentially what you're going to be doing is just one by one, it'll let you know when it's finished, an extra block of text will appear. You'll essentially just let this run its course, download it piece by piece. Not every depot is going to be large. It's not going to take too long. You basically have to download it piece by piece, DLC by DLC and component by component. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing now. It's just each time you grab one of these, you pop it in there and you wait for it to say it's finished. So go through that list now and get them one by one. And again, I'm sorry to say this, but you absolutely have to get every single one. If you're missing even a single one, you're going to run into problems. And I don't mean to be bad, but you do kind of come across people who you will put all this information out there and they'll forget a part. So I do say cut each of these codes as you do them. That way you'll be running out of the list, and when you reach the bottom you'll know you have them all, because there won't be a single download depot left. So go through that one by one, and as you can see here, it's finished downloading. Now it downloads it to a specific spot. We'll need to go there soon, but for now I want you to go through and cut and paste every single one of those. Remember, Control V is the shortcut to paste, because I don't think you can right click here, and I wouldn't trust myself to type out that code. Are you kidding me? So go through and download every single one of these, and once it's done we'll move on to the next step. I don't want this video to be like 45 minutes long, so we're going to cut it here, and through the magic of video editing we'll be ready for the next part in a flash. Have fun and best of luck. Okay, so yeah, it's later in the day now. I have downloaded all the individual depots, whatever. Make sure, and absolutely make sure you got them all down. If even a single one is missing, the whole thing can just basically run into loads of problems. So the next step now is these are all individual folders. We need to merge them all together to get one solid Fallout 4 downgraded install. So we basically need to go to this location on your computer. It's probably going to be different on yours. It can be different on any computer there really. But essentially the folder you want to get to is kind of just inside where Steam holds its games. So what you want to do is the URL up here. You want to go up a level to Steam Apps, and then to Content, and then to App 377160. This is like the sort of ID number for Fallout 4. And essentially, inside each one of these folders, there's scraps of data. Little bits and pieces individually downloaded. And what we basically need to do is grab each and every single one of them and stick them all into one folder. The way I do this, just what should we call it? I suppose we'll call it trial and error, although that's definitely not the right word. Highlight all the files in here and hit cut. Then go back a level and go into the top folder and then just paste in there. Essentially that'll just empty out the folder and then you can just delete that. And essentially we're just going to do that for each of these. Cut and then put it into this folder. It doesn't really matter, and just let it overwrite whatever it needs to. It doesn't really matter what kind of folder you stick it into. This is just to consolidate them all into one location. So a quicker way of doing this is a shortcut key, Control X. Highlight it, press Control and then X. You'll see the folder turns a little ghostly, and then Control V. Keyboard shortcuts, they're slightly faster than using mouse right clicks. So pretty much just grab each of these folders' datas and stick them all into the same location. And at the end of all this, we will have a downgraded copy of Fallout 4. And what I would also say to do is, if you do have a current version of Fallout 4 installed, I would say rename it. Don't delete it, rename it. Just call it whatever you want, backup. That way you have a version of Fallout 4 you can go back to if this doesn't work. And if you do have the storage space, one thing I would say to do is even make a backup of this Fallout 4, because it's going to be the version before the next generation, and it will be unmodded. So it's perfect to have a backup copy of this, so you don't need to go through all those commands again. So, we have all of our Fallout 4 files here. So what I would even say to do then is get this depot, right click it, rename, and just call it Fallout 4. Pat yourself on the back. Congratulations, this is a version of Fallout 4 that is downgraded before the next generation update. So the next step then is pretty much to move that into place. So if you're like me and you currently have Fallout 4 installed and actually running, I would say save it, close it, rename it, and then we'll move this Fallout 4 into place. Got it? Good, we're nearly there. Now then, take a gander at this. This is the area on my computer where I store Fallout 4. It's my secondary solid state drive. I don't know how you got your computer set up, but it's wherever you have Fallout 4 installed. So what I would say is, right click this, hit rename, and just give it a name of backup, if you have the space for it. If you don't, you might have to bite the bullet and just shift delete, which will permanently delete it, because like, look at this bad boy, it's 65 gigabytes. Anywho, we have that renamed now, so now we just need to slot in our Fallout 4, the downgraded one. So we have it right here. For the purposes of saving space, I would honestly say cut this and then paste it into this folder. It's sort of doing the good old switcheroo, so we'll let that run its course and then we'll give it a test soon enough. Through the magic of video editing, this is now done. So we have our old Fallout 4 here, and our new, freshly downgraded one. Now, cross your fingers, and let's give this a double click to see how it goes. There you are, Daddy Fallout 4. Hello, Nora.
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I actually absolutely adore these two pre-made characters. I actually do. I just think they're really great and believable. Okay, I think that's working good enough. They have the skin on their face. They're not doing that weird FNAF teeth thing where their skin's missing but their eyes and teeth aren't. I'd call that a good enough test. Looking perfectly satisfactory. So, we have the Fallout 4 downgraded. If that's all you want, thanks for stopping by. But if you're looking to get Fallout London, this is the next step. We need to head to GOG Games, and you will need to make an account. It's free, don't worry. I have 0 salesman skills. Saleswoman? See, I'm failing it already, like. But nah, this is a free DLC. I wouldn't lead you on like this, it would be too cruel. This is the DLC anyway, so what you want to do is, I already have this on my account, I already have it added to my library, so make yourself an account, get logged in and add this to your library. You will need to download the GOG launcher, but it doesn't take all that long. So get that step downloaded and get it onto your computer and we'll move on to the next part. Ha 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 ha, of course Nora would have a game called Prey on her computer. So get that downloaded and get it installed to your computer. I know it's off topic, but Prey actually was a really fun game. Alas, I don't think it has much replayability. Just, you know, offer them, give them the permissions. Once it's done, let it launch, let it do all its stuff. Oops. Now, I barely use GOG, so yeah, keep that in mind. If I don't even know if this has it has some friend system. I really don't use it, so don't act surprised if you try and add me as a friend and I don't respond. I'm gonna be brutally honest. The minute I had Fallout London installed, I installed and working, I just straight up deleted GOG. And you can do the same if you want, but yeah, how about that? So I know it said buy now, but it is free. So just, you know, do the business. So look, I already have Fallout London on my account. It seems like it says it wants you to buy it, but it's free. You shouldn't run into any issues adding it to your account. Once you do add it to your account, it'll go into this owned games section. You just want to click it here. And then hit install. And then it's going to take a little bit of time just to download all the stuff. But as far as installs go, this is dead simple. It just injects all the necessary files straight into the file directory. Once again, another lengthy download, so just let this do its business. We're nearly there. You'll hear the Fallout London intro in no time. Now, it's done downloading. Let's give it a launch and walk through its steps. Thankfully, I think this is pretty automated. I did a dumb way last time. Don't worry about it. It was my method. And I kind of suffered for it because I was smug, proud and arrogant. So, hopefully this is just as easy as clicking install this time. Okay, so it's not, but it looks like it's going to quite literally be that. It looks like it tries to auto-find where your Fallout 4 is installed, and in this case, on E drive is where I have my Fallout 4 installed, the downgraded one we just made there. So literally just click that button and away you should go. Okay, it wasn't that easy. But look, just read the instructions here. What it is basically saying is Fallout 4 plugins.txt, access is denied. Access denied. So, to quickly fix this one up here, you want to type %% app data. If you ever installed Minecraft mods, you would know that you've gone through this route. You want to go to app data then, and go into local. Again, sorry, but I don't want people seeing this, only the necessary details. So click onto an empty spot here and just type FA, and that'll take us to the F section where we'll see Fallout 4. That's what we're looking for. Double click into that and we see plugins.txt. Right click this, click properties, and we'll see it's set to read only. Uncheck that, click apply, click OK, close it. Good, that's all we need to do for that. So now let's close this and then play it again and install it again. Once again, it's going to find the E drive. It'll probably be different on your computer, but just roll with it. If for some reason it cannot find your Fallout 4, you'll need to manually set the location, but if all is going well, it should work straight away. So click install and away we go. Look at that, it's working. First time, as the speedrunners say after failing 20 times in a row. Okay, and just like that it's done. Now, fingers crossed, all this works. If not, we will go back and try and do what we can to fix it. If it doesn't work for you, go back and retry things. Again, I will stress it as many times as possible. If you're missing a single mod, this whole thing can fall to pieces. So just make sure you got everything okay. It will save you a lot of stress in the long run. Now, fingers crossed, we click play and all this works fine. Okay, yeah, that totally worked. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. What I do want to show here, first of all, is just go into the file directory and go into the launcher. I want to set a few settings I like to use. So go into options. I set borderless full screen. My resolution is that. And just tinker with the settings. Click that. Click exit. And this does run off the Fallout script extender. So, you know, create a shortcut to that. And then stick that wherever you will normally launch your games. Launch this through the script extender. If you launch it through the normal executable, it's not going to work all that well. Looking schmexy. Oh. Team follow. Nice. And if all goes well, this should be what you'll be seeing as well. Try start a new game. If it goes right into it, it's all looking good. If it's kind of delayed there, you might need to do it all again. Sorry, but that's the way it goes. I wouldn't go installing mods just yet. You want to make sure all this works before then. Now it's going to load a little bit, and then we'll get the usual war never changes. The good old-fashioned one. There we go. Now look, I'm not going to play this too much more. I would just say, play this a bit more and make sure it's working good.
Subject has been performing adequately. No spikes and visuals, nothing unusual.
Perfectly usual.
Quiet. Smythe will be pleased.
How are they in appearance?
We'll pause it right there. So, if all worked out, congratulations, and I really do hope you enjoy Fallout London. Just remember to watch the gap. I'm not sure the meaning of that. I know it's to do with the trains in real life where they say, watch the gap as you board the train, because it's probably terrifying to fall down there. But nah. What I would say to do is, if you're going to install mods onto this, just do them one by one and be careful. And if you're looking to install that mod, wink wink, nudge nudge, again, just install the components. I have the installer video. Literally just follow the exact same way of doing that and give it your best shot. See how it goes. All should work out fine. Thanks very much for stopping by, and I do hope this video helps you out. I'm also really excited to see what the auto dub option is like. I want to see what I sound like in Japanese, German, Spanish, French. Hello world. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in, and I do hope this tutorial helps you out. Right, that's me signing off. Bye everyone, this is Nora. Goodbye, have a lovely evening, night, day, however it goes, because time is funny. Also, there's an Alice in Wonderland hat in this, and I love having it. See if you can find it.